It's gonna be alright. Yeah, yeah. How can you tell? Yeah, yeah. I feel it in my heart. Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be okay. Yeah, yeah. The sun is shining bright onto another day. Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be okay. Hey, hey, hey. If at first you don't succeed.
So welcome back everyone, Mike here. It is another beautiful evening here in Western PA. It's still pretty warm out, but it's not as hot as it has been the last couple of days, so all in all it's a pretty good night. This evening we're going to go cut a little bit more wood over there where we're going to build a new building, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to talk about what I think is the best chainsaw that Stihl makes for cutting firewood. Now keep in mind, we all have different needs, we all cut different types of wood, live in different parts of the country and different parts of the world, so I'm talking about for my needs what I think is the best Stihl chainsaw for cutting firewood. Now first we'll take a look at this Stihl MS 880 right here. Now this is a 121cc chainsaw. Just the power head alone weighs around 22 pounds. Right now it's equipped with a 4-foot bar. This thing is a beast. But I think we can all agree this probably isn't the best chainsaw for cutting firewood. Way too heavy, it's cumbersome. I mean, this is for big wood. This saw right here, I don't use this very often at all. As a matter of fact, I don't think I've ran this saw for probably 3 or 4 months, okay? So this is the biggest chainsaw that Stihl makes right now, at least here in the US. I'm not sure about overseas, but in the US, this is the biggest chainsaw that you can buy from Stihl, and it is a beast. Now this saw here, this is a little Stihl MS, what is this? MSA 161T. This is a little top handle saw, battery powered. I don't think this is the smallest saw that Stihl makes, but it's one of them. This is a great little saw, but I think we can agree this probably isn't the best firewood saw that they make either. And actually, now that I'm thinking of it, they make one a lot smaller than this. They actually call this a power pruner, but it's got a chain on it. I call it a chainsaw. It's the Stihl GTA 26. So the way I see it, somewhere in between this big MS 880 and this is the perfect firewood saw. For me, it's this one right here. It's the Stihl MS 261. Now I have a 462, which is a fantastic saw. Works really, really well. But I find myself using this MS 261 all the time for cutting firewood. Even when I'm cutting some of that red pine down for the sawmill, I use the 261. It has just kind of become my go-to chainsaw. There's a lot about this saw that I really like. We'll go over that here in just a little bit. But yeah, I think this is the perfect saw for me for cutting firewood around here. We cut hardwoods. For firewoods, usually 16, 18 inches the max diameter. This saw is light. It's really maneuverable. I just feel comfortable with this saw, and it cuts quick. It cuts really well and it's fast. What I'm going to do now is we're going to go over there and cut up a cherry tree that I took down the other night, and then we'll come back and talk more about this saw, and I'll give you some more reasons why I think this is the perfect firewood saw. You know what? Before we cut some wood, I was just thinking, I haven't even started this in about 4 months. I think I ought to fire it up. It's good just to listen to it once in a while. It is. Wait till you hear this thing. You need a block of wood out there to set the chain on. Like I said, it's probably been 3 or 4 months since I started this saw, and you definitely want to hit that decompression button. Oh yeah. Just walk away on it. All right, that's a nice little jag of cherry there. Let's go back over towards the house there, and we'll talk more about this MS 261. Then maybe when we're done with that, we'll come back over here and fire up the Wallenstein chipper and chip up some of this brush here. I only have, I don't know, 5 more trees or something to take down for the building. That one on the other side of the tractor there, that cherry there is pretty good size. And then that's a walnut right there. It's going to stay. It's going to be, I don't know, not too close to the building, but it's a pretty big walnut tree right there. But I'd like to leave that one. I think I can. Then I got this walnut here, and actually one side of it's dead. Little maple, and the rest of that cherry tree right there. Then I need to move the chicken coop and all that fence and stuff. I'll start on that tomorrow night. Alright, like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm saying the Stihl MS 261 is the best Stihl firewood saw for me. We all have different needs, different applications, different types of trees, and I'm by no means comparing it to other brands out there. All I've ever ran was Stihl, and I take that back. One time I did have a Husky 455 Rancher. It was like on sale. It was just one of those things where I don't know why, I just bought it. Kind of have an extra saw laying around, and back then I was running my 036 Pro. I thought I'll get that 455 Rancher, and I sold it like a month later. Didn't like it at all, and that's not a fair comparison or anything. You know, that Rancher's like a farm saw or whatever compared to that 036 Pro, but it was a dog. I didn't like it at all, and yeah, I sold it a month later at a loss, obviously, just to get rid of it. Didn't like it one bit. But as far as other Stihl saws that I've ran over the years, an 036 Pro for years and years and years. Great saw. 361, 362, 462, 271s. I ran a whole bunch of different Stihl chainsaws cutting wood, and I have to say this is my favorite for cutting firewood. Now, if I'm getting into bigger trees or something like that, I'm going to use the 462. If I get into a really, really big tree, use that MS 880. But for everyday use, cutting wood, I like the MS 261. Now, this is a Pro Series saw. You know, it's a little bit more money than like a farm saw or a homeowner saw. But if you're cutting a lot of wood, I think this is a good choice. I've got the 18-inch bar on it. And like I said, this is a Pro Series saw. And you might ask yourself, what makes it a Pro Series saw? There's several different things on here, like the pull rope, for example. It's got the, what do they call this? Elastastart. It's a little stretchy. It's a nice pull rope. It's got the captive bar nuts on it. You know, you can loosen them and they'll stay on there. It's got the decompression valve, which this is only a 50cc chainsaw. You don't really need the decompression valve, but it has that. The biggest difference, though, what makes a Stihl Pro Series saw is the case. This is a magnesium case compared to a polymer case on the other ones. I'm trying to think what else, but it has really good power to weight ratio. And but yeah, if you've been watching our videos for a while, you probably noticed I've been running this 261 more than anything. It's a great saw for cutting firewood. Like that cherry tree over there, it might be 12 or 14 inches in diameter, and that's just at the butt. You know, it gets smaller from there down, and this saw weighing in a little over 10 pounds. It's great. A lot of people talk about the weight of a saw doesn't really matter. I'll tell you what, it does, especially like the last couple of days. It's in the 90s. If you have a lighter chainsaw that does the job, that's why I like this MS 261. Oh, by the way, I wanted to mention, if you're new to our channel and you enjoy what I call the finer things in life, like cutting firewood and chainsaws and tractors and rural living, we have a sawmill. We're getting ready to build a really nice building over there. If you're into that sort of stuff, click that subscribe button, hit that little bell icon beside it, and you'll get notifications when we upload. But anyway, I think that's about all I have to say the MS 261. Next up, I'm going to go fire up that chipper over there. But yeah, to kind of review what I talked about on this saw, MS 261, great power to weight ratio. It just seems to be the right size for me for cutting firewood around here. It is. It's been a great saw, and it has been my go-to saw. And like I said, for those of you that have been following our channel for a while, you know that because you see this saw all the time. But anyway, let's go fire up the Wallenstein chipper. That's just a kind of a satisfying, relaxing way to end the day. much, and like I always say, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like button, click subscribe, and share it with